Welcome into another episode of Smackdown. Tonight we'll be getting things off with a very exceptional matchup of General Manager Stephanie McMahon stepping into the ring against Tamara Tycross. There you can see Stephanie McMahon having SmackDown Women's Champion Bayley in her corner for this matchup. Let's see how things go for Stephanie McMahon. There goes the bell, and this one's underway. Stephanie McMahon hasn't been in the ring since her mixed tag matchup against Ronda Rousey. As there you can see, she's just telling Tamara to back off. Tamara comes with a big kick to the boss. This is an interesting position for Tamara to be in. Stephanie then reverses the kick and hits the big forearm. This is a warm-up match for Stephanie, as she has her huge WrestleMania matchup against Bianca Belair looming next week. And this is going to be a much tougher task for WrestleMania for Stephanie McMahon. But so far, so good, as she's taken the boots to Tycross. And now what's she going to do here? She sends her right over the top rope. And then the ref holding her back here. Oh, Bayley's doing something on the outside. She hits the roast plant on Tycross. I don't think this will be an option for Steph to have in her back pocket against Bianca. As Bayley then throws Tycross back into the ring, Stephanie is setting her up for something. What's she going to go for here? It looks like she could be setting for the pedigree. She is, and she's nailed it. I think this should do it here for Steph McMahon. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Stephanie McMahon, your winner here on SmackDown. A big win for her, as I'm sure she had to shake off a little bit of ring rust, because like we mentioned before, it'd been a while since she'd been in a matchup. Our second match of the evening is going to have this man right here, Walter, in action. Walter was victorious on his debut a couple of weeks ago, and has I guess he answered the challenge to Matt Riddle, who threw out the challenge last week, and instead of just answering it straight up, Walter had a sneak attack where he beat up the original bro. Tonight, Walter will have another surprise test, if you will, as it'll be another debuting superstar facing Walter tonight. And that superstar is Wes Lee, being called up from the NXT 2.0 brand, and making his debut tonight is going to be no easy task for the very athletic Wes Lee. So Walter looks to continue his unbeaten streak, and Wes Lee looks to get off to a good start here on his debut on SmackDown. Walter hasn't even moved yet as Wes Lee comes right on over, punches in the gut, goes for it again. Walter blocks that and hits a huge headbutt. And then just a massive chop. We know that Walter's known to deliver those. And what's he going to go for here? Is that for a big suplex? Just holding on to Wes Lee and brings it down, jackhammer style suplex there by Walter. Not the start Wes Lee was looking for. Walter again goes for a massive chop. I think it just missed it there. It was a little too gung-ho, but then hits the double axe handle to the back of the neck. And then now delivers another big chop to Wes Lee. I think as Walter signaled that it's over here. Oh no, instead he's going to dump Wes Lee out to the outside. And he's celebrating, and here comes Matt Riddle. Riddle definitely has the attention of Walter. Looks like he's helping up Wes Lee. And he's just delivered a knee to Wes Lee, and he's gotten Walter the DQ loss. Very interesting strategy there by Matt Riddle, but he's definitely angered big Walter, and that'll be a great matchup going into WrestleMania. Next up, we have Bayley, who's asked for some mic time here on the week before WrestleMania. I'm sure she's going to have some words for her WrestleMania opponent, Becky Lynch. Well, that didn't take long to get the attention of Becky out here. And Bayley did have a few good points there. I mean, other than Becky's debut match, which Bayley got involved and eventually cost her the matchup, but Becky is on a mission to make up revenge for that matchup, and she makes her way to the ring now. Those are some big words there from Becky Lynch, but a very valid point. These two very well could steal the show at WrestleMania. We're looking forward to that title match as well. And now on to the main event. That's going to see singles action between Solo Sikoa and WWE Universal #1 contender Kevin Owens. Solo coming out without Roman Reigns today, so that's interesting because they do have the numbers advantage now. Now that Sami Zayn was unceremoniously fired last week due to a very, very cheap technicality. That technicality again was if Sami Zayn didn't win, which Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn took that, they just needed to win the match. So when Kevin Owens pinned Solo Sikoa last week in the tag team matchup, it was Sami Zayn who was still fired at the end of the day. So I can't imagine that Kevin Owens is too happy about that, as it's cost his good friend his job. So Kevin Owens will be looking for some revenge here against Solo tonight. And we've still yet to hear what stipulation that Kevin Owens will pick for his Universal title matchup at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. So I guess we'll hear from him after this matchup if we still have time remaining. Kevin Owens out in front in this one early on, and he's a big cannonball to Solo Sikoa. Going for a quick win. 1, 2, and Solo kicks out at 2. So I wonder if we will see Roman Reigns at any point in this matchup, as that's kind of been his style, is an attack when the #1 contender isn't looking. But as of right now, it looks to just be one-on-one, and that's really favoring Kevin Owens, who's had almost 100% of his matchup. And just as we say that there, Solo blocks a strike, comes in with a couple of his own, and now he's sending Kevin Owens to the corner. And follows out with a big splash. Solo's had a pretty good start to his Smackdown career since he's been aligned with Roman Reigns and kicking his twin brothers out of the bloodline. Very bold move, but it looks like it was the right career choice for him, as he's calling up Kevin Owens here. Solo perched on that top rope, going for the double axe handle, but he's overshot his target. Kevin Owens was able to get out of the way. And then hit a big back elbow to the face of Solo. KO just raining in some strikes. A big T-bone suplex. KO not messing around tonight. Takes out the legs and falls that through the big stomp to the chest. Will that be enough to put away Solo? It won't, as Sikoa is able to kick out just before the count of 3. I wonder what stipulation Kevin Owens has in mind for his matchup. And we're really excited to hear what it is. It'll be a big decision and could determine the future of the WWE Universal Champion. But again, here it's now Solo in control. Could be setting KO up for a big move off the top rope here. Got him up, thinking superplex, and he hits it. Big maneuver from the top rope. They're going to go for the cover here too. 1, 2, and not enough to put away Kevin Owens. So it looks to stay on the attack though. It's a big belly-to-belly suplex, and has Kevin Owens set up here. Can be looking for that big splash. He is, and he's hit it! Going for the pin. 1, 2, and Kevin Owens kicks him at the very last second. That could have been Solo's best shot. Kevin Owens blocks a strike here and is looking to rebound after that very quick onslaught there by Solo Sikoa. And Kevin Owens hits a big T-bone suplex to get himself some breathing room here. And he's going right to the top rope. What could he be thinking? Big diving missile dropkick right on the money. Big step up enziguri there by KO. There's targeting the leg there. Solo Sikoa is very close to stealing that one. And Kevin Owens seems to be back in control. Big fall away slam there by Kevin Owens. Again, looks to be going to that top rope. What's he looking for here? A big swanton bomb. Will he go for the cover? He is not going for the cover. Instead, what's he doing? Setting up for the stunner. This is the way he put away Goldberg at the last pay-per-view. Will this be enough for to put away Solo Sikoa? It is! Kevin Owens is your winner. Right the week before WrestleMania gets a big win for Kevin Owens. And wait a minute, Roman Reigns has made his way into the ring and hits KO with a big clothesline. We mentioned this before, this has kind of been Roman Reigns' style since we've started this Mygm mode. And a big Superman punch to the corner has Owens rattled and then into a big spear. Even though Kevin Owens got the win, it'll be Roman Reigns leaving on top. And just as we're going to call it off, KO is asking for a microphone. A mysterious friend from Mexico. I wonder who that'll be. Coming out of retirement to face Solo Sikoa at WrestleMania. Interesting. Very interesting. And a Hell in a Cell match is being called by Kevin Owens for the WWE Universal match at WrestleMania. That is big news right there, as WrestleMania just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And now we're going to check the ratings. Raw had a very, very big week, as both the opener and the main event got 3-star ratings. The main event on Smackdown got a 2-star ratings, and it was the Stephanie McMahon match and Tamara Terkos that got the 0.5 for Smackdown, a little bit on the low end. And how does that affect the ratings? It still has Raw number 1, and by a big margin now, 20,000 fans. That might be the biggest gap we've seen so far in this MyGM. So if you haven't already, please leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. It helps out a whole lot. Stay tuned for WrestleMania coming next week. On night 1 and night 2 will be the Tuesday, Thursday like we've always done. And as always, thanks again for watching.